So, yeah, let's do it. Okay. Law firm. 37.8 degrees Celsius. It must be because you're tired from working overtime lately. How about you go home early and rest? I'll tell HR. Kiki's concern makes you happy, but looking at the pile of files on your desk, you shake your head. I'm almost reaching the end of the case. I'll be able to have a good rest once I finish handing the case files. Besides, it's just a small fever. You don't have to worry about me that much. Okay, but if you feel worse, you must tell me. Sure. You gently massage your temples. You hold onto the table as you get up to fetch some hot water from the pantry. There you are. How's the situation regarding that project with bags? Your hand suddenly went weak just as you were about to answer Artem's question. The glass of hot water falls to the ground and shatters. The sound of the glass shattering interrupts Artem's inquiry, instantly clearing your fever his mind. Artem, I didn't burn you, right? I'm so sorry. It was an accident on my part. Calm down. I'm okay. Sit down. You don't look good. Are you sick? Yeah, it's just a little fever, but I promise I won't let it affect my work. You can see Artem's expression darken at that. The furrow in his brow is deeper than when he fronts over a difficult case. Kiki had been passing by with some documents and came rushing over after she heard the glass shattering. Sharira, your lips are all pale. Go home and rest already. What's with the broken glass? Artem, you didn't step on it, did you? I'll go get a broom to clean it up. Ah, Kiki. Zoom, and she's gone. Go home. I'll take care of the rest. Remember to apply for sick leave when you come back. I'm almost done. I can still feeling Artem's piercing gaze. You lower your head as your voice grows softer. Sick people shouldn't be pushing themselves. Biting your lips, you look up at him to catch his dark eyes staring back at you. Take care of yourself. The work can wait. Go home and rest. Although his tone was softer than usual, it was one that still left no room for argument. I understand. I'll organize the documents and turn it over to you before I leave. No need. Go home and rest. Leave everything to me. Thank you, Artem. Your bedroom. When you arrive home, you head straight to the bedroom and pull out the thermometer from your medicine drawer beside the bed. 37.5 degree. That's lower than when it was at the firm. It'll go away even if I just leave it, right? But I should still take some medicine and recover as soon as possible to prevent causing more trouble for Artem. You continue to look through the medicine drawer. For fear that an illness will interfere with work, your medicine drawer is full of various cold and fever medicine. This is for fever, this is for headache, this is for sore throat. I seem to have all of these symptoms. Can't they make a medicine that just treats everything? I'll take all of it. Hopefully they will take effect at the same time and I'll be completely recovered by the time I wake up. After taking the medicine and changing into your pajamas, you turn off the lights and go to sleep. Perhaps it's the medicine, but the warm feeling of weakness spreads through your body. Your hazy consciousness becomes more blurry. Your phone vibrates by your pillow, waking you from your dreamful slumber. You are barely able to muster the energy to turn on the lamp on your nightstand. Struggling, you pick up the phone. Hello, Artem. You're calling so late. Are you missing a document or something? Hold on, let me turn on my computer. It's not work. I just wanted to ask if your fever has gone down. I let you go home early and take sick leave so that you can rest, so you don't always have to be thinking about work. Okay, I've already taken the medicine and I'm feeling much better. Want to go jogging together next time? I'm pretty good at it. Then That isn't something you would normally see, but luckily he didn't find anything too odd about your behavior. Artem, it sounded a little noisy over on your end. Are you already off work? It's noisy. How can that be? I'm in my office. There's no one speaking, and I have nothing on in the background. Is that so? That's great. I was afraid that I might be disturbing you. Suddenly, you are hit by a bout of dizziness. Your consciousness melts away slowly like a butter in the face of heat. Hey, what's wrong? Answer me. Someone was calling out to you on the phone. The words sluggishly register in your mind. But what were you supposed to be doing again? In a daze, the phone drops onto the blanket, making a muffled noise that made the urgent cries more distant. You can hear a faint knocking in the distance, each more urgent than the last. The knocking wakes you up. Who is it? You lean against the wall as you head downstairs. You utter a hoarse sound that scares even you. There's a doorbell, you know. Artem's voice comes from the other side of the door. You struggle to walk over, pushing the door open. A gust of cold wind blows in. The cold wind sucks whatever strength you have left in your body and your feet gives out beneath you. You're probably going to fall to the floor, you thought to yourself. Watch out! But what you actually fall into was Artem's warm arms. The next act. Living room. You take small sips from the cup of warm milk in your hands. Your parched lips get the much needed moisture, and gone was your hoarse voice as your sore throat returns to normal. Careful, it's hot. You've had a fever all day, so drinking milk will help you replenish the protein, but best not drink too much. Who would have guessed that you knew how to take care of sick people? Artem carefully helps you over to the sofa to rest as you lean halfway against him. Sorry for coming to your house without any warning. When I called you before, you seemed out of it. I'm glad that you're okay. You want to say something, but remember your hoarse voice, so you merely nodded. Alright, let me borrow your kitchen. He walks to the kitchen and opens your fridge. He takes out the milk you bought the day before yesterday. Artem then prepares some warm milk, boils water, wipes your sweat with a warm towel, and even gets some ice pack to cool you down. Afterward, he cleans the kitchen. You sit quietly on your couch, drinking the milk as you relish in his care. Did your fever get worse? Do you have a thermometer at home? You shake, then nod your head. You point up and then do a pulling motion to indicate that it's upstairs in a drawer. You can't help but smile when you think about how different Artem looked compared to his usual self, buzzing around the kitchen, sweet and all. Still thirsty? I prepared some warm water. The fever will relapse easier if you drink too much milk. Give me the cup. I'll pour some warm water for you. Artem smoothly takes the glass cup from your hands while looking hesitantly upstairs. Rest. I'll go buy a thermometer from a convenience store nearby. If your fever doesn't go down, I'm taking you to the hospital. Why do you have to go buy another one? Artem doesn't answer your question and quickly leaves for the convenience stores. You could perceive everything clearly when Artem was taking care of you, but you begin to feel helpless, like a patient as soon as he leaves. But that sense of helplessness quickly disappears with Artem's return. It's inconvenient for me to take your temperature. Can you do it yourself? He's blushing. You nod your head as Artem places the new thermometer he just brought into your hands. You hold it under your armpit until it beeps 5 seconds later. No way, I already took medicine, but why is the fever getting worse? 38.9. I'm taking you to the hospital right now. Artem extends his hand to help you up but stops midway, placing it back down. It's cold and windy outside. Where did you put your thick jacket? Thick jacket? You suddenly realized how you got sick. Bags had requested the law firm's legal services. There were many cumbersome procedures to handle, so everyone has been working overtime as of late. With the recent drop in temperatures and the overtime, you didn't have the time to swap your light jacket with a thicker one. It's probably upstairs in my bedroom closet, in a sealed compression bag. I have a spare in my car. Wait for me. I'll go get it. Artem leaves again, heading downstairs as soon as he finishes speaking. Puzzled, you look down at your pajamas. It would be easier to grab your thick jacket from your bedroom. It was just there when you opened the closet. But thinking back on it, he did go out and buy a new thermometer instead of going up to my bedroom to fetch it. Is he embarrassed to go into your bedroom? Time passes while you're deep in thoughts, and Artem returns soon after with a thick, black, long trench coat. Can you stand up? Of course. You hold onto the sofa as you stand up. You try to walk a few steps, but your legs refuse to listen. Don't push yourself, lean on me. Put this on. The oversized jacket envelops your entire body. You grab the collar with your hand to prevent it from slipping. With his right hand on your lower back and left hand behind your knees, Artem easily picks you up. Subconsciously, you put your arm in his shoulder to steady yourself, leaning into his embrace like a safety blanket. Oh my god. With nowhere else for your gaze, you can only stare blankly at the side of Artem's face. There is a faint woody scent with a hint of vanilla. It reminds you of open fields and bonfires. How nostalgic. When you fell into his arms earlier, there was a similar scent. Now the same reassuring scent is on you. Realizing this, you turn away flustered. Sorry, I don't want you to fall while walking down the stairs. This is safer. Artem's soothing voice is deep and magnetic, brushing the softest part of your heart. Yeah. You raise your head and your side is immediately plunged into an endless sea of blue. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh god! Artem adjusts his grip, holding you even tighter. You can feel the heat rushing to your face as his scent envelops you. You hope it wasn't your fever getting worse. The next act. Artem's car. Artem puts you down and gently pushes the back of your head into his chest, warding off the cold. The black SUV is parked haphazardly on the side of the road, standing out under the dim yellow light of the street lights. Artem opens the passenger door and carefully helps you in, as if he were handling a fragile treasure. Where is your phone and ID? I'll go get it. I have my phone. My ID is in the small bag in the living room table. You tell Artem with the digital password of the electronic door lock. Okay, wait for me to come back. He gently closes the door and heads back. The car is playing a soothing piano piece. Has the music been on the whole time? The rapid knocks on your door and the way he barked. Artem must have been worried when I didn't pick up his call earlier. There are surveillance cameras on the streets. I must remember to pay for the parking ticket he'll be getting. Accompanied by the melodious music and the sense of security, you drift back to sleep. You hear the sound of a car door opening and closing. A cold hand touches your cheeks, which is pleasant. Don't sleep now. You'll have plenty of time to rest at the hospital. Your right legs are too heavy to keep open. Fighting the desire to sleep, you mumble a vague response back to Artem. After confirming that you were still conscious, he starts the car. However, the car navigation system sounds a warning. Ding, please fasten your seatbelt. Whose seatbelt? Yours? Suddenly, the familiar woody scent mixed with the coolness of the night moved closer to you. Artem's voice rings in your ears. Don't move, I'll buckle your seatbelt. You're probably the only one who will get this sick and still claim that you're okay. Is that any way to talk to a sick person? You thought to yourself angrily. I'm starting the car. Don't sleep on the way. You struggle to keep your eyes open with all the flashing neon lights in the street, a little dazzled by it all. Before you get a headache from all the flashing light, you quickly close your eyes. Artem, the lights are too bright. I can't keep my eyes open. Can you talk with me? I'm afraid if I close my eyes, I'll really fall asleep. What do you want to talk about? Yeah, how about something interesting? Artem turns off the music in his car and clears his throat. About the strategic cooperation agreement you drafted today? If he talks about that, then you definitely won't be falling asleep. Oh my god. Artem, it's not work hours. You shouldn't always be thinking of work. Sorry, it's rare that I get to talk about something other than work. I couldn't think of anything else. Well, that makes sense. In your mind, Artem is almost perpetually in work mode. It's okay, you don't have to apologize. I was the one who sprung this on you. I'll share some interesting stuff with you next time. I hope you aren't pushing yourself too hard. You should try and find more ways to relax. Before you finish, Artem slows the car down and levels his steady gaze at you. Okay, I'll make sure to try doing that. His tone is gentle and resolute, as if he's making you a promise. The atmosphere grows silent for a while, but somehow you don't feel drowsy anymore. Hospital. After registering, Artem supports you to get your blood test done. When you finally get your test report, you met with a visibly upset doctor. Miss, don't take medication willy-nilly when you're sick. Taking all kinds of medication together is careless. She took different medication together. Yes, she only had a common cold, but her fever grew this high because of drug interaction. Every click of the doctor's keyboard feels like another criticism against you. Sorry, I ended up doing something dumb because I wanted to get better faster. Be more careful with what you put into your body. Your prescription is ready. Head over to the transfusion room so they can start you with an IV drip. Your boyfriend can go pick up your medicine. Doctor, can you give me an intramuscular injection instead? I don't want a drip. You're the first person I've met who has asked for an injection. Afraid of drips? Even if that's the case, this topic isn't open to discussion. You have a mild fever, so a drip will be more effective. The doctor prints out your prescription and hands it to Artem, who was next to you. Comfort your girlfriend if she's afraid. In the future, don't let her blindly take medications. Alright, go and pay first. Understood. Thank you, doctor. Probably because of the fever, you don't realize that the doctor had seriously misunderstood your relationship with Artem. Let's go. I'll walk you to the injection room. Don't worry, it's just a drip. The most important thing right now is your health and recovery. Okay. Infusion room. Artem helps you to the transfusion room and settles you in the station closest to the nurse table. Once you sit down, he leaves to pick up the medication. Soon he returns with the nurse. The nurse holds your left hand as the needle pierces your skin. It doesn't feel all that bad until the cold liquid starts flowing through the drip. How is it? Still afraid? I'm not afraid of needles. It's just you can never get used to the numbness in your hand when getting the drip. The iciness of getting one is just like falling into an icy cave. The the inevitably biting cold permeating through your bones. Artem, I must have caused you lots of trouble today. It's late. Why don't you go home and rest? I'll be fine here. Don't worry about me. Get some sleep first. But, despite wanting to say more, his words made the drowsiness return with full force. You groggily close your eyes. Even while unconscious, you can feel the chill of liquid spreading from the back of your hand to your fingertips. You decide to move your fingers to get rid of this nagging numbness. It was then that somebody gently stopped your hand from moving. Don't move. Be careful of your IV. The person's hand acts like a furnace, melting the glacier that is your hand. The cold dissipates. Enjoying this warmth, you go back to sleep, satisfied. Oh my god, so sweet! The next act. Infusion room. The smell of disinfectant, the hospital. Ah, you remember Artem sending you to the hospital because of your high fever. You awaken from your slumber with the thick trench coat still acting as a blanket. You look over to the side. Artem, you still here? You only turn your head slightly before you're met with Artem's gaze. Yes. Has he been here the whole time? How are you feeling? A nurse had stopped your infusion while you were asleep. You put a hand to your forehead and it feels much less warm. Your body feels lighter. I'm feeling much better. Artem, shouldn't you go home and rest? No need. As he sees that, he looks up at the same time on the LED monitor on the transfusion room. Wait for me here for a while. Okay. He then rushes out of the transfusion room. It isn't until a nurse hangs up your second drip bag that Artem returns with another nurse. Artem, You are a little confused. I must leave for a while, but I'm not comfortable leaving you alone. So I asked this nurse to look after you while I'm gone. He nods at the nurse, then looks back at you. You can rest here for a while longer. I'll be back soon. Without waiting for your reply, he leaves the transfusion room again. Your heart sinks as he leaves. It was then that the familiar cold chill returns to your fingertips again. Miss, rest your hand. I'll put a hand warmer under your hand. Huh? Your boyfriend told me your hand gets cold while using the drip, so he requested this hand warmer. Oh my god, how can he knows? The nurse gently lifts your hand and puts the small hand warmer in your palm. The constant heat from your hand spreads to the rest of your body. Your fever is down, but your face becomes hot again. How did Artem know? You thought it was just a dream, but did he really hold your hand as you fell asleep? You hold back against on saying that he's not your boyfriend. What else did he say? Not much. He just asked that I take care of you while he is gone. He probably went to go buy you some food, considering how it's almost dinner time. Is that so? Thank you for telling me. Holding the hand warmer, you feel sleepy again. The nurse, sensing your drowsiness, smiles at you. It's okay, just go to sleep. You should be sleeping as much as you can. I'll call another nurse for you later. Half asleep, you heard sounds of rushed footsteps. The footsteps stalks beside you and you can sense someone in front of you. Asleep again, did the fever go down? You hear faint voices in the background and you feel something warm in your forehead. You open your heavy eyelids slightly. Arthur, this is so close. Artem parts your bangs with his hand, lightly pressing his palms in your forehead. His sweet jacket is swung casually over his shoulder and even his perfect tie is slightly loose. It's definitely much better than before. You can sense the relief in his voice. But you can hear Artem breathing heavily, perhaps from having walked over here in a hurry. You probably picked too long, but for he seemingly noticed something and sensed up. The warmth you feel was fleeting. You're awake. Your heart skips a beat and you rub your eyes, pretending it was the light that woke you up. So bright. Artem covers your eyes with his hand. The world becomes quiet, leaving only your panicking heartbeat. Is this better now? You nod lightly, making a noise of assent, before pretending to go back to sleep. The nurse had already left at Artem's instruction while you fake sleep. Later, you hear him call for another nurse. After they take out the drip, you can't pretend you're asleep anymore, but you can't look at Artem in the eyes either. Your face is still red. The nurse said that she'll be back in 5 minutes to take your temperature again. Take your temperature? What just happened flashes in your mind. No need, I should be okay now. Next act. The infusion room. Artem frowns and gently shakes his head, sitting down beside you. I brought you congee. A porridge, actually. A congee? It was then that you noticed the black thermos on the ground. Thermos? You probably haven't eaten much today. Other foods may be hard on your stomach. As he sees that, he pulls out a foldable spoon from the thermos and places it in your hands. I've disinfected it already, rest assured. Artem turns the lid and a wave of fragrance overwhelms your senses. Chicken congee? Which restaurant is it from? It smells delicious. I made it. I initially wanted to ask you what soup you'd prefer, but the hospital's cafeteria only had rice. Oh my god! What the heck, Artem? Oh my god! You go to the cafeteria and cook? That is... I never saw it. I never heard of it. I never heard of it. Never think that you could do that. I must leave for a while, but I'm not comfortable leaving you alone. So I asked this nurse to look after you while I'm gone. Artem asked the nurse to watch over you because of this. There are restaurants nearby, but they use too much oil and salt. I made a light congee that is easier to digest. He pours congee from the thermos into the lid and holds it in front of you. Be careful when drinking it. Don't burn yourself. Artem, I can do it myself. Your left hand is still recovering from the IV drip. I'll hold it for you. He's right. You flex your hand a little. You flex your left hand and it feels weak. You take a small sip from the small spoon he holds out to you. Delicious. Are you good at cooking? Oh, this is before Sparks. Not at all. I can only make some simple homemade dishes. You're I see. After moving out, it's rare for you to eat your parents' cooking. Even though the takeout you usually order is delicious, you couldn't help but feel like something is lacking. It isn't until you eat this chicken congee that you finally realize what is lacking in restaurant congee. I don't know how to describe it, but your congee has a taste of home in it. Taste of home? You nod. It might not be comparable to the restaurants, but it has the feeling of the person who cooked for you. Work is important, but you should really learn how to take better care of your body. You freeze as you sip the congee. You don't understand why Artem saying that out of the blue. One look at your kitchen is all it takes. Have you been only ordering takeout out of convenience? Having been called out by Artem, you guiltily lower your head and continue to silently sip the congee, hoping to avoid his question. The small bowl in front of you suddenly moves away, and you lift your head to see Artem's steady, dissatisfied eyes. Guess there's no escaping from for you. Well, work has been pretty busy lately. I've been preparing for the case and the test, so sorry I was too harsh. You've been working hard recently. I've already handled the pets past pets case today, so you can just make the proper adjustment later. I understand. Then can I keep eating? Alton sighed and fills the small bowl he holds in his hand again before handing it to you. I'll take you to the observation room after. Your fever keep coming back, so you'll have to stay here overnight. I have requested a leave of absence for you tomorrow. I'll stay here tonight. We'll decide what to do in the morning. Artem, why don't you go home and rest? I'll be fine by myself. No, you shouldn't be left alone in the hospital, given your current state. Maybe I should contact your parents. No, I think I'll stay. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving. You understand Artem's concern, but Artem has been taking care of you and working without any rest. But Artem, you need your rest too. Art- Pardon me. Artem takes the empty bowl from your hands and puts it away. Then he looks at you with his deep blue eyes in silent refusal. Okay, let's go to observation room then. Observation room. The observation room is quieter. As you lie on the bed, Artem sits beside you, looking at the case files that he had delivered here. God, Artem is way too dedicated to his work. What's wrong? Slept too much and can't sleep now? Artem, there's plenty of empty beds in the observation room. How about you rest for a while too? No need, just rest. Don't worry about me. You cannot fight the drowsiness any longer. You close your eyes and fall asleep to the sound of page turning. Nice act. Observation room. In the morning, Celestine rushes to the hospital, carrying a bag of things. Oh my god, Celestine is involved too. There is only one chair by the bed. Artem gives up his seat for Celestine and takes the bag from her hands. After looking into the bag, Artem frowns. You two talk. I'm going out for a while. Okay. You think Artem is just giving Celestine and you some alone time, so you don't have to think too much about where he's going. I heard you got a high fever. Kiki and I were worried sick. Good thing you seem better now. Kiki was going to come with me, but she got a troublesome case, so she had to go with the client. Yeah, I'm feeling much better now, and my fever is gone. You two can rest assured. I'll be out of the hospital soon. Nothing is more important than taking care of your body. You need to be extra careful these few days. I'm not the only one that's worried about you when you fall this ill. There seems to be a hidden meaning behind her words, but your mind is preoccupied with something else. Celestine, Artem has been with me all night, taking care of me. I haven't seen him eat or anything. Don't worry about him. He seems pretty energetic to me. Besides, he should be taking care of you. Oh, speaking of food, Kiki says that you like to snack on canned food, so I bought this for you. Thanks, Celestine. At that moment, the observation room doors open and Artem is standing in the doorway, carrying a heavy bag. Sorry, I forgot to knock. I'll come back when you two are finished talking. Come in, I was just giving Shiraira something to eat. You're not being a bother. You nod your head furiously. Your fever just went down. It's better if you eat some fresh fruits instead of the processed canned goods. I went to buy some fresh fruits. Did he see did he see them when he took the bag? But Celestine already bought them. Celestine looks at you and then looks at Artem. Then she picks up the bag on the counter. Why the long face? He's right. You should eat some fresh fruits. I put them on your desk at work. I'm relieved to see that a certain someone is taking so much care of you. Celestine came and left like a whirlwind. Artem sits down awkwardly next to you. I spoke to the doctor on the way back. He said that you're recovering well and just have to make sure not to catch another cold. So I can send you back home now if you want to go home. I can leave now? Great! Living room. Artem drives you home. Back home, he washes the fresh fruits for you, placing it on a plate and bringing it before you. You are still wearing his jacket. The faint smell of vanilla lingers, inevitably reminding you of what happened last night. You felt embarrassed enough pretending to be asleep, but now you feel much worse facing him. Thanks, Artem. You didn't rest at all. You didn't rest all night, so you should go home. Yeah. Artem replies, but he doesn't show any signs of leaving. Is there anything you wish to eat? Huh? You're still recovering. Takeout food won't be good for your stomach, and it'll be impractical to make you cook for yourself. Message me what you want to eat. I'll bring it tonight. With that said, Artem leaves. As he shuts the door, your lagging brain functions finally returns to normal processing speed. This feeling is as we're originally family, but family not in the sense of relatives. Just how does Artem see you? The fever must have done a number on me, sitting here lost in my thoughts like that. I should think about what I want for dinner tonight. Artem will probably be waiting for your message, right? So let me get all of this. Alright, so let's and how can I put this? Text message. Did you catch a cold? You sound hoarse like you have a sore throat. I may have caught the flu a few days ago, but don't worry, Mr. Wing. I'm much better now. I promise this won't affect my work. I didn't call you about work. If you're sick, then you need to make sure that to rest and don't force yourself. Also, I made Sizone Beta Kongi. I'll bring it over later. Let me Google it first. What the heck is that thing? Oh, it's a plant. It's a plant. Its common name is Japanese catnip. Okay. Oh, what's Sizonepeta skongi? Sizonepeta is effective for colds. I hope it will speed up your recovery. I want to learn how to make it as well. That way I can make it myself when I get it in the future. No flu, no fear. I'd rather you learn how to take better care of yourself. Your health is most important. Thank you for your concern, Mr. Wing. I'll be sure to take better care of myself. If your health has taken a toll because of too much work, then make sure let me know. I'll figure something else. No matter what the challenge may be, I will face it with you. Mr. Wing, do you not like taking traditional medicine? I wouldn't say that I'm afraid, but I don't like it. I find cooking the medicine to be troublesome. I usually have the pharmacy do it for you. Why? Did the doctor prescribe you traditional Chinese medicine? Yeah, the doctor said that it'll improve my health, but I overcooked it. When I smelled the medicine, I knew that I wouldn't be able to drink it. Are you home? Can I come over? There are techniques to cooking medicine that takes some time to learn. I can do it for you if you don't mind. I made some candied fruit last weekend. I'll bring it over. Oh no, I don't want to bother you. I probably wouldn't be able to drink it even with the sweets anyway. Your health is the most important. Don't be stubborn about these things. I'll have a doctor I'm familiar with us around and see if we can change the medicine out for pills instead. Do we have to go to the hospital again? I had to bother you with the fever last time, and this time I don't even know how to thank you. No need, just send me a digital copy of your medicine. Besides, there's no need to be so polite and repay the favor or anything like that. This is my responsibility. That is beyond your responsibility as a boss. Did you make the sweets just for me? Have you ever seen me eating sweets? Make sure to take your medicine, or I'll make your health condition part of your performance evaluation and monitor it strictly. Oh my god. Yeah,
岐阜ステーキのフォアグラ添えとうなぎのゼリー寄せか。私はどちらでもいいから